I'm off to Akamara, the ghost town in Abkhazia, and to get to Akamara is another 100 kilometers from here. I'm renting a car for the entire day because there is not any hotels in Akamara. Akamara used to be a village with a population of 5,000 people, but after the war between Abkhazia and Georgia 20 years ago, it was completely abandoned. All the people left the city because it was in the blockade of Georgian troops. And when the blockade has stopped, the people actually left the city. And I'm very excited to go there. I'm gonna drive, probably gonna take me 2 hours. We just passed the first part of the journey that was along the shore, and even so people are living on that part of the road, but there are still many abandoned buildings, and generally there is a feeling like it's a village countryside. Sometimes the horses was passing through the road. Another 40 kilometers going to there is a smaller road, not many cars, and the mountains are ahead. Just past another point, the city of Tvarchal, the city where 2,000 people was living, but now it's only 5,000 and half of the city is just empty. That's very unusual. And the road is getting more bumpier, and I believe during summer it's all green and beautiful. Now we're going to a little tunnel. Getting even scarier, and the road is very bad. It's so bad that we have to go to the edge of the road, and that's scary. Это мост с колокольчиком.
Все понял я, хорошо.
We almost arrived.
Да, вижу.
This is like a horror movie. Like this house was bombed during the war. The ceiling has been broken. People was living here. This is the bathroom. This is the bathroom. This is the toilet. This probably was the living area. No, hasn't got any ceiling, so all 3 floors. This is the old book. I need to take extra care when stepping. All the floors been rotten recently. I'm gonna go and check out the upstairs. This is the 2nd floor. The bed is here, the door has been taken out. The water is coming from the ceiling and there is no floor at all. Wow. This is the house I just been to. It's completely demolished from inside. The town is in very unusual, is not in the Soviet style buildings, but instead it's in that kind of Western European style because it was built by Germans. And it was a prosperous town. There was a school, there was an art center, there was 5,000 people living here until 30 years back in 1993 there was a war and the entire city was into the blockade, and people who was in the blockade, they wanted to escape the war, so whoever escaped, they escaped, and since then they never got back. The people never got back to the town, and that's why it's empty. And now it's feeling like in the horror movie. I never seen anything like this. This is the electricity station, which is not working anymore. The mountain river is passing by. Yeah, that's the river just underneath. This area is rich in coal, and the miners were sent here to take out the coal for industrial purposes. That's now to be in the city, like to go back in the history 30 years back. So unusual to see that houses where no people are living. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to my car and then we're gonna go and see even some further. Тут, наверное, живут, значит, если цвет.
Да, наверное, свет горит.
Now we came on the top of the mountain, and from here you can see the abandoned buildings. 1, 2, 3, maybe 10 buildings. 5,000 was the population of this town, and now only 5 families are living here. Now everything is abandoned. It's a ghost town. If you look at the windows, there is no ceiling. The light is coming through the roof, and I don't think this house is occupied, but there is a lock on the door, so they protect the house from tourists probably. There is a light coming from the roof, and the light is highlighting the house itself. Probably still somebody is living inside. And this building, there is not many walls inside the building, nothing left, and there is no roof. It's probably got rotten. The plants are taking over the wall, and now it's a combination of nature and urban. Now I can see what would happen if, like big city like Moscow or London would be depopulated. The nature will basically overtake the entire city. Wow, it's terrifying and a bit scary to be in that kind of places. Top of the building there is an antenna. Most likely one family occupying the entire house. That balconies on top, 1, 2, they're still cute, but the balcony is already broken. Totally deserted building. I'm inside the house and I can hear like water drops falling everywhere. Let's go to see what is further here. There is no even the single floor. Everything got rotten and dropped. On top you can see 1 radiator and 2 radiators. That's the only thing which is left after that house, which reminds of people inhabited that place. Okay, let me go carefully back. Another signs of human population, the old pod with the holes. Unbelievable! I'm in the middle of an abandoned city, a ghost town, a deserted city of 5,000 people. 5,000 people has left that place, and only 5 families are living here. I'm in the Akamara town. The town, which is 100 years old, was built by German detainers. I was walking through their houses and it's like a disaster. The village is located in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of nowhere. It was built hundreds of years ago. This town was the center of a mine industry. The town was prosperous for about 100 of years, but then the war has happened and 5,000 people left because the entire area, the entire city was under blockade. People wanted to escape the war. They escaped and they never come back here. And now it's like I don't know how to explain. I can film a lot about it, but it only can be felt when you are here. It's very strange feeling to see empty windows, and the nature is overtaking it now, and that's how would any city, any big city, any culture will look now if there were no people living for a certain period of time. The nature will overtake it basically. Oh, and now I can see a dog. This is a sign that somebody is living here. Hey, Bobik. Песик, песик. Шарик, шарик, шарик. Look at this corner. This corner is completely demolished. And it's very sad how the people's greed, the fight for the controlling the powers, how this kills people's happiness, because the entire area, all the 5,000 people, families who were living here, they could live now happily life here without losing their houses, their home, and moving to another location, setting up the new life. 5,000. This is the great amount, and I feel very sad, and nothing I can say, just wish all the wars would end. This is off the beaten track. You wouldn't find it in the guidebooks. If I recommend you to go to Akamara, yes, go. How to get here? First of all, you need to go to Sukhum, the capital of Abkhazia, and then you can either rent a car. The car cost me with the driver for £35. Return, the driver is waiting for me. Or alternatively, you can use public transport. It's more complicated. Probably renting a private car would be the most convenient way. But alternatively, use the public buses. It's possible to do too. I just met local people. There are only 30 people are living here, and I asked why, and I asked how come all the people have moved, and they said it just was nothing to eat. There was a cold, there was a war, the people was eating dogs. The people had to survive to live, so it's totally understandable why the population has left, and just only a few people left.
Фильм снимали? Поработал 10 лет, мы такой рога давали дом.
This is a very unusual place to be, and I feel sad how 5,000 people lost their homes and they had to move, they had to leave urgently because of the war. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button and comment what you would like to see in the next video, because I publish video twice a week about healthy lifestyle, travel, interesting places, so please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!